Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Michigan Wolverines taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Bargava giving him his pass. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide-open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
He finds his man. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Bounced right back to them.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Dropping back, it's Payne. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Obliterates him, still on the move. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Michigan 7, LSU 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run it on the counter. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The toss to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Gonna run it. It's Miranda. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying to get to him. And it's picked off.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Handoff from the shotgun. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Quick completion to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down.
And into the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverine!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds.
The
Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
They go to the draw. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You've got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man enough for the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
On the move. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Brings up second down.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
To the air, it's Payne. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. He's loose down the left side, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Michigan! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the running back. And the ball's on the ground. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. On the option. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
At the 26.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Michigan 14.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
18. Set to kick it off.
Fair catch called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
You just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
To the air. It's Owens. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Direct snap. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Movement here from the tight end. Handoff to the single running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Owens. On the run, still looking. A strike downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for release.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. He's got it on the left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Payne. Finds the tight end. Keeps the legs moving. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
And back to the air on 2nd down. What a snag by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Looking to move it through the air. Showing the arm strength to the left. Oh, picked off.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers. Defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
First down for this offense. The inside handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Payne. Gets it out quickly. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Gets it to the back. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game time.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
1st down here for the offense. Looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The AT unit on the field. Splits the uprights. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Payne. He looks that one in nicely. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bargava. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll go hurry up here. To the air on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for space. It's Miranda.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Buys a little time. throws to the back. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Back to throw, it's Payne. Pocket starts to collapse. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
On second down, he'll fire. Fires it down the seam. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. This would be a prodigious kick from 56 yards out and from the left side. Field goal is good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Now on first down from the 30. He's going to pass. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Try to get it to the edge. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Miranda. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback will keep it. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
He's now 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal.
42 Spider.
Wide out in motion. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Splits the uprights, it's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Payne. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Making great decisions, that's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
The give from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Looking to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wolverines!
Number 13. Catch in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
He's got him, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. Scanning the field, it's Owens. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Reads it, fires complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, he has been the go-to guy all game long. He has been lighting up the scoreboard. This defense cannot cover him.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Snap it to the back. Hard running there. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Well, jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Out of the backfield, he's open. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. You go down the field, get me in favor.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary and the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the air. It's Payne. They're trying to get to him. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running back searching for a hole. Touchdown, Michigan! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Going up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And here's the third interception of the night. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
When you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.